Hi, this is Chris Woodward. I'm Executive Editor for the Fish Brands. I'm here today with Keith Privet. He's Director of Sales for Albemarle Boats. And we're aboard the 30 Express today, a brand new boat. One of the things that fishermen always like about express boats is the size of the wide open cockpit. How big is this cockpit?
64 square feet.
And tell me a few things about how you've constructed it to make it easier for fishermen who are gaffing fish or who are looking to walk around the outboards, do those kinds of things.
So if you'll notice, the one thing that you typically don't see on an outboard boat is a nice clean transom. This is basically the same transom that you would have on a larger inboard vessel. So everything stays nice and clean, uncluttered. You don't have fish wells, but you do have full access through that transom door. You can board a fish, you can get on the platform, and obviously fish boxes being right here in the floor is easy to drag in and drop the fish right in the box.
Okay, and we have a live well that's right there on the transom too. How big is that well?
That's a 30-gallon live well on centerline.
Okay, and it's an oval shaped, I'm sure, and blue.
Correct.
And lighted?
Correct.
Awesome. All right, and how big are the fish boxes here?
About 60 gallons each.
Okay, and they flank either side of the live well?
They do, and they're both macerated overboard individually.
All right, and you've got combing pads encircling the cockpit so that when you're fighting a fish, you don't get bruises and
Exactly.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of hardware back here, and what hardware we do have, like the recessed seat, you're able to fold in. So there's nothing to snag lines, nothing to trip on, nothing to hang you up.
And we're also going to look at the Helm area, because another important thing about express boats is that when fishermen go fishing in sometimes unfriendly environments, it's great to be able to get out of the elements. So tell us a little bit about the Helm.
Well, the Helm area, the first thing you'll notice is the larger windshield and the visibility.
Okay.
So we like to keep everything nice and clean so you still have that unobstructed view, but you have the protection. We can obviously air condition the Helm. You can get out of the elements, you can get out of the sun on a hot day. On one of those days when it does turn bad, you can run home and stay dry. So the enclosure is completely custom, so we keep everything nice and tight and watertight.
The enclosure itself, is that an option or is that standard?
It's standard on the top itself. And we actually have somebody that comes in and custom fits each individual boat, so it all stays nice and tight.
Okay. How many rod holders do you have? I see 4 in the aft combing and then some in this rocket launcher above us.
So the one thing that we do that's a little different than most production manufacturers is we can customize each individual boat. So we'll have some boats that may fish down here in South Florida, and they'll have 3 per side, and of course the rocket launchers across the top. We'll send a boat to the Great Lakes that may have double the rod holders that we have down here because they fish 10 to 12 rods at a time. So what we do is each individual boat, the customer gets to tell us what they want, what angles they want, and how many.
Tell us a little bit about the cabin, because another special aspect of express boats is being able to overnight or put the kids and the family in a place where they're protected from the elements. Tell us a little bit about the cabin you built into this boat.
Sure, so it's a standard 6.5-foot B bunk in the front, and we do have an option for Pullman bunks on each side so you can increase it to 4 people overnight. A full galley, and obviously a stand-up head, which is a separate head but can double as a shower as well in the event of overnight.
How many power options? What kind of options can you get for power?
We can do twin 300s or triple 300s. Triple 300s has been the predominant choice, mainly because everybody likes the speed to begin with, but in those situations where you do have to pull back and run slower, you get a lot more torque there. But in an average 26 to 30 knot day, it's going to be economical and somewhere around a mile to the gallon or better.
So Keith, thank you for the tour of the 30 Express today. This is an awesome boat. Good luck with it. I appreciate you showing us around here at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Have a great show.
Thank you so much.